An Alabama woman who ran away to join ISIS in Syria today got some bad news from a federal judge. She will not get special treatment. Her case will not be expedited, and she will have to wait in line just like every other terrorist. The woman's family sued the feds after Secretary of State Mike Pompeo claimed she was a terrorist and that she is not a U.S. citizen. Her father then demanded a judge hear her case immediately, claiming she was in danger because she's trapped in a refugee camp in the Middle East. But a judge didn't buy it. So what happens next for the so-called ISIS bride? Joining me now, criminal defense attorney David Bruno has all the answers. The question for me is she or is she not a U.S. citizen? Because the federal government is saying no, because she was born to diplomat parents. She is under a different jurisdiction than children who are born in this country and naturalized as American citizens.
Sure. Because the 14th Amendment says if you're born in the United States, you are a United States citizen. Mm-hmm. There's an exception. You still have to be under the jurisdiction. And our United States Supreme Court has said for diplomats and their children born in the United States, they do not become. Right. So the issue is Dad, he was a diplomat from Yemen, but he was terminated as a diplomat prior to her birth. The United States was not notified of the termination until after her birth. And the U.S., the government now is saying, oh, it doesn't matter, it was before. We didn't know until it was after. Therefore, he had diplomatic immunity, and she does not get the citizenship.
Wow.
That will be decided by the courts.
Okay. So now what happens? So all the judge said was, you can still come back at some point and have a hearing. You're just not on a fast track.
Right. They were looking for a quick track. They were looking for an answer. And the judge essentially said, no, you're not getting a fast track, and we're just going to go normal course. It's probably going to be until the end of the year where we get this decision.
And even though she was aiding a terrorist organization.
Has nothing to do with the immediate issue.
Yeah.
That just because she went and she married 3 killers, ISIS killers, that's not the argument being made by the government that she doesn't deserve to be a citizen. It's simply that technicality and the timing of when he was a diplomat and when he was... And
complicating matters, at some point she did have a U.S. passport, and that was terminated.
It was.
Several years ago.
It was issued. It was reissued, and then Obama's administration, this is an Obama decision that they made the decision to revoke that because she was not. It was the same, Obama administration took the same position as the Trump administration did today.
Okay, and who's right here?
Who's right? I think the United States will be right. And let's not forget, I think...
What does her family have to prove to say, what do they have to show that her father was no longer a diplomat and she was like any other kid born on U.S. soil?
They're going to show the timeline of it. And it's simply an argument as to what is the material date for this. It's a technicality. It really is a technicality.
So you're really splitting hairs here.
But the government can still charge her. I think that needs to be the conversation right now, not about whether or not she's a United States citizen or not, or whether or not she was materially supporting terrorism, or she conspired to commit offenses against the United States. Because
all that's not going to help her.
But be careful what you wish for.
Yes.
You want to come back to the United States, there's a federal prison right here.
So what could she be tried for based on those crimes?
Support.
And
because
is that a life sentence? What is that?
It's 15 is the max. If somebody had died during the course of the support, which could be possible, depending on who she was supporting and when, that's a life sentence.
Oh, mercy.
But there are some serious consequences for that. And she was tweeting, kill Americans. Yeah. She was right there.
No, she was.
And she was sleeping with the enemy.
Pretty horrible person.
Exactly.
All right, well, we'll see if this horrible person is a U.S. citizen and what the courts decide.
Doubt it.
I decide that was fantastic, and thank you for the knowledge, David Bruno.
Anytime.
Very good.